17 tells us every good gift comes from God. So your job, your car, your home, your husband, your wife, like your children, all of those are gifts and or resources from God. But people don't want to talk about that. People have this Nebuchadnezzar mindset of I did this, I did that, I got this job, I got this money, I'm successful here, I'm successful. Like God gave you that success. God gave you that wealth. God gave you that knowledge. God gave you that wisdom. God gave you that home. Do you see where I'm going? People don't want to give God credit where credit is due. And that's a tactic of Satan. Y'all, I'm telling you, even when it comes down to these self-help books, right? Like Satan does not want you to seek God for anything. He doesn't want you to seek God for healing, for comfort, for security, for financial help, for anything. Like he wants you to be your own God. The thing about that is God tells you in his word, there is no other God before me, right? So if you have this God complex mindset and you live your life like that, God will freaking humble you, bro. In my video yesterday, I talked about King Manasseh and Nebuchadnezzar. And trust me when I tell you, those weren't the only two people in the word that got humbled by God, all right? But when he humbles you, he freaking humbles you. And I've said it before and I'll say it again till I'm blue in the face. You do not want to be humbled by God. God giveth and God will taketh. You will have everything taken from you, rightfully so. And I told you guys, people always talk about like, oh, how loving and faithful and steadfast and forgiving God is, because he is, bro. He is. But he is also a God of justice. He is also a God of freaking justice. And people are saying, oh, God allowed this, God allowed that, da 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 da. So we reap what we freaking sow, bro. You can't just walk in this world and do things without thinking that you're not going to reap the consequences of your action. I'm not going to get off in a tangent on that, y'all. I get very like righteous anger when it comes to stuff like that, because, and yes, I used to be that person out here just living my best life, doing whatever the freak I wanted to do. And God's grace, when you step out of the world and you step into what God, and you step into God, okay, and his will for your life, and you look back into your past, you really do see how God's grace and mercy was covering you. You really do see that God really had his hand over you, protecting you. Because I'm telling you right now,